And so now we're gonna grind. He's gonna lean the other way. Good. Might get a little lower, a little deeper.
We're not gonna be talking about that kind of grinding. We're gonna be talking about that kind of grinding. Because this week on the Red Couch Confessions, I, Melissa Ramos, is going to be diving deep down and dirty into one fan's email about teeth grinding and waking up with a headache and going to bed with a mouth guard. So if you are someone who wears mouth guard and just doesn't find it sexy, then stay tuned because I am going to be teaching you how to unguard. Alright, so one of the things in Chinese medicine that we discuss a lot about is blood deficiency. Now, there are things that can deplete your blood. And I know this sounds a little bit freaky, but number one would be stress. And when you're grinding your teeth, the philosophy behind it is that it could be stress related. And stress consuming blood, making us clench our jaws, which isn't so sexy. So we need to be able to build back up our blood. And some of the ways to do that is, of course, food. Okay, so from a food perspective, there's various things that we can do to help with teeth grinding. And one of the things is to be able to manage our stress levels. So consuming food that is as whole as possible, so unprocessed would be obviously ideal because when you have processed junk, convenience foods, it actually is a form of stress on the body. So actually switching over to a whole food diet full of greens and dark greens is going to help build our blood and nourish our systems. The other thing that I would suggest is oats. Oats are amazing for the winter time and they're also a nervine, very soothing, very relaxing. And if your teeth grinding has to do with stress, then oats is going to be a big one. Now from a supplement perspective, what can you do? Now if you don't have high blood pressure, one of the things that helps to build blood quite a bit is licorice. Now you can find licorice both, in sticks from your herbal dispensary, but what I actually like is in a compound. So it's a thick sort of syrupy compound. A lot of Chinese medical bases are in a base of licorice because it's a very sort of stabilizing herb and it's very helpful to build blood in the system. Now remember, you have to make sure that you don't have high blood pressure because licorice can increase blood pressure. And lastly, there are other reasons why you could be actually clenching your jaw, and one of them has to do with parasites. Other symptoms of a parasitic infection could be an itchy bum, a ravenous appetite where you're eating so much but yet you still can't manage to actually keep the weight on. Now parasites also feed on candida, so this is actually sort of far beyond that, but these are other reasons why that you could be actually clenching your jaw at night. Alright, so Janet, thank you so much for writing in. I hope these general suggestions help you out. If not, acupuncture can do a world of difference when it comes to treating that clenching sore TMJ problem, whether it's just for the relief of the soreness or actually building blood by just doing some acupuncture on the body. Now if you like this video, please do share it on Facebook or Twitter or simply comment below. Otherwise, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. In the meantime, take care and have yourself a healthy, happy, and sexy day. Bye.
But it doesn't always have to be raunchy. It could be very tasteful, right? You don't need to be a whole lot of touchy-feely when you're grinding. It can be a nice grind, especially if you don't know the female. I don't know you, don't touch me.